Hi, Jessie. Good morning. How is everyone? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm just making 100 knots because I think I'm going to outline the dark part of this a little bit, but we'll see how it looks. And then I'm going to probably work on these a little bit, just like a quick 20-30 minute one today. Because last week we went to Lidl to get compost for my tomatoes because they are literally falling over. And when we went there, they didn't have any. So the backstory is that on last Friday, I went to walk up there and get cherry tart, and I saw they had some. So Saturday, we went to go get some, and they were all sold out. But yesterday, I walked up to get cherry tart, and guess what? They had some. But it's too heavy for me to carry back by myself. So Dave's going to go up there in a little bit. So I'm just going to see if I can outline some of these ones here because they get a little bit lost. So I'm thinking I could just do a couple little straight stitches with one strand of thread, and maybe it will just give like a little bit of definition, but we'll see. We'll see. Hi, George. Now, the trick with this is to not pick too dark of a color, but also not too light of a color. Good morning. But like I said, we'll see. I'm just doing a back stitch. I'm just going to outline some of these leaves. Are they leaves? Petals? I don't know. They're pink. I want to call them petals, but I have a feeling that they're leaves. So what is everyone up to today? Are we doing anything exciting? Dave is going golfing today. So hopefully he'll enjoy that. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to mark like 60 orders as shipped because I sent them on Thursday and Friday. So a big chunk of orders went out. So if you're waiting for yours, it's coming. What else am I doing? I should clean the house, but I really don't want to. Because, you know, Jesse's hair is everywhere. Thank you. I did them last night. My nails. Jamie T says a whole lot of nothing, embroidery and Netflix mostly. That sounds like a lovely day, and that's probably what I'll be doing too. This is like my cringy thing that I like is Love Island. So they've just put season 6 on ITV. I think it's season 6. So I've been watching that in the daytime, just like having it on in the background when I do my stuff. So, good morning. You are up early or stayed up late. I don't know which one it is. yeah, a bit of a boring one today. Ooh, Veronica's seeing a pail for the first time, then a walk and a picnic. Cross your fingers for sunshine. Oh, I hope so, you know? It looks like it's meant to be semi-nice today, so I'm hoping that it is for David for his golf adventure. So this is really subtle, but I really like it. I feel like it adds a bit of something to it, you know? Like a little dimension. Come on. I'm just adding some straight stitches in the cracks where all of them meet. I'll put the black paint up next to it because that seems to work pretty well to like show you the colors and stuff. Up early. Goodness. Jessie actually let us sleep until 8:30 and then she was like, get up. Get up. So we had to get up. Yeah, so I think that'll be it for right there. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. It gives it just like a really subtle, you know, like definition in the middle without being too like, look, I outlined it. Good morning. Okay, let me just knot this on the back and then I'll get the other colors out. For one strand especially, you can always just move it around like this a couple times in different spaces. And that's a good little way to secure just one strand. Thank you. Someone else said it's a beautiful nail color. I had the green yesterday, but I like bent one of them backwards, so I had to redo them. Okay. Let's do another one of these like sea spongy bob things. I'll do orange for this one. And then the pink for the outline, and we'll see how that looks. Oh, so I need to start with pink. Okay. Because remember, I did all of the outline first, the sections, and then filled it in with pink. So we'll do the opposite this time. Again, just doing a little knot. Yeah, I always feel like when I have time by myself at home, I should do something like exciting, like, I don't know, like something exciting. But then I never do. I've just got the 3 strands. And I'm just going to split stitch each of these. I feel like maybe I did 2 strands on the other one because this line is like pretty thick. Maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know. So what I do have to do today, though, is I have to make some new kits. So do you remember I was telling you I had all those extra colors that they sent me that they didn't necessarily, they're like the same colors of some of the other colors in the pattern, but they don't actually, they're just extra. Like say I needed one of a green. Well, they sent me like 2 or 3 of that same color green, even though I didn't really need it. I didn't realize it. I just kind of like separated them into the colors and then like went on my day. But now I have some extras. So I'm going to make maybe 2 or 3 new kits, or maybe 2 new kits and 1 mini kit. I don't know. No, I used 3. Yeah, that's what I thought. But this line seems really thick, doesn't it? Really. Yeah, I could have swore that I used 3. I just checked on the back and it was 3, but this seems really thick to me. I don't know why. I think it's because I had 1 strand before. So now I'm like, whoa. Whoa, that's thick. But yeah, last night I like laid them all out, all the extra thread colors. And the way I get my threads is I get 24 of each color. And so I've got 24 of each color. So I can make 23 kits because I have to use 1, you know? I have to use 1 to make the sample. So I have 23 that I can do. I'll show you. They're just here. So these are all the colors. I should be able to get some fun stuff out of that, right? Got black, gray, white, dark blue, light blue, 5 colors of greens, because believe it or not, that's green. Then bright yellow, and this is like a creamy color. Orange, some pinks, and some corals, a bright pink. I think it'll be fun. So I can't wait for that. I want to like split them up into like maybe 2 or 3 different kits and then have them listed. I think it'll be fun though. This guy is so big. And they also sent me a lot of black and a lot of white. So I might do like a colored fabric with some white, like a white design on it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's just fun to like experiment and try new things and draw some new things up. That'll be cool. And also, now that we've done a underwater theme, I feel like I have to do like a jungle now and put like some things in the jungle. Because I started drawing a jungle one and then in the end I went with the underwater one. But this looks so cool. It makes me want to like draw a children's book or something, you know, like with all the different things going on. It'd be so fun. Okay, and then after this, we go back in with the orange, or you could switch it up and use the color that we used in the middle, this blue color, and fill it in with the blue. It's completely up to you, however you feel like doing it. I know a lot of people didn't quite finish these ones, and that's all right. Just work on them when you have time. They do take a lot of time. So if you're like, oh, I just way behind, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And I thought I had an orange. Yeah, here it is. So I'll just do the opposite for this one. Swap them, and then we'll see what it looks like. What is this? Like someone tied one strand into a knot. I don't like it. Okay. I hope this will look cool with it swapped. Good morning. You can totally tell the clouds just rolled in. I can see it in the video. So I guess the real question is, which way of doing the split stitch did you like better? Did you like the thread painting split stitch, where you just like worked it sideways and did it any old way? Or did you like working the split stitch up in a line? The pattern is in my shop. There's a link in my bio if you want to purchase it. It's thebarmyfox.etsy.com, or you can just click the link in my bio. It is definitely gonna rain. Oh, I wanted to replant those tomatoes today. You guys, I'll have to show you after this. My tomato plants are leaning so far. So I've got a stick in them and everything, you know, like a big long bamboo stick, because they're getting quite tall. They're like 3 feet tall. But like the pot is like this, yeah? Like that. And they're leaning like this, like way out over it. Even with the stick in. But they're still growing tomatoes on them and flowers and stuff, so they must be fine, but I just think they definitely need replanting, so I can, in a deeper plant, so I can put the stick down farther, you know? Obsessed with my tomatoes, I know. They're like the only thing that I can grow at the moment. Oh, shut up. How you going?
You finished?
No. There was just another 4-minute commercial about something. So I've skipped it. Melanie says, I like the split stitch as a filler. Yeah, definitely. And I think you can show direction a lot easier than you can with any of the other stitches. Like satin stitch, you can just go in a straight line really. So you can show like up, down, diagonal, but you can't show curves. So it's good in that sense. It makes them look like really nice and round. Bye. Bye. No cages. What do you mean cages? For my tomatoes? Oh, she said we did that last year and had the same problem with your tomato plants. So I think my problem is that, okay, did I tell you how I got the tomato plants in the first place? When we were doing the patio, like putting the pavers down and everything, my mother-in-law went out to go get some cement because we ran out. And when she got cement, she just kept coming back with more stuff. So like one day she came out back with a planter, and it's like a metal type contraption. It's like this at the bottom, and then it has like little humps at on the bottom, all made out of metal. And it had like some different flowers in it. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. And it'll go on one side. Then the next day she came back with some freesias. Like I've never had a freesia before, but now we have a freesia plant, and that lives outside. And then the next day she came home with like 16 tomato plants. And I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do with all these tomato plants? She goes, well, some of them are for you and some of them for us. I said, oh, okay, that's fine. And so she went and got all the plants and everything. And we had some compost that was just left in the shed back there. So she planted them and everything, but the only planters that we had were like really shallow. They weren't really deep ones. So she did, and plus they were like really baby. They were only like, they were really small plants. So we were like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But now they've grown up so much. Yeah, so I don't have any like cages or anything for the tomatoes. We just have like a bamboo stick that I just keep like tying string to like hold on to, so it can like have some support as it grows up. I know nothing about tomato plants, okay? They just arrived one day, and I've been giving them this tomato feed that comes in a big red bottle once a week. You dilute it with water. It's called like Tomatoes Right or something like that. So I think what we need to do, because we've got some real big deep pots in the shed that we bought last year when they were on sale. So I think what I need to do is dig them out of the shallow pot now that they're so big and plant them in the deeper pot. Guys, this is thrilling. This is thrilling chat, okay? I know, you guys are like, wow. She's just so great and funny, and she talks about the most interesting things. Oh, Christ almighty. But yeah, what I need to do is dig them out and replant them in the deeper pot so they stop falling over, and then maybe put one or two of those bamboo poles and stick them in there so they can be like supported. So that's my plan, but every time we go to buy compost, it's sold out. So David's just left to go get me some in the car, so I don't have to carry it home. Oh no. I was almost done too. Now, when you go to rethread your needle and after you've been stitching for a while, the ends will look like this, okay? Don't be silly and try to thread this. Just chop it off so it's all even, and then you can thread it easier. When I first got started, I was like, oh, I don't want to like cut more off. I'm going to have all these little pieces. No, just cut them. Just cut them off and you'll thank yourself later. Use strings of nylon to hold the tomatoes up, or to do my embroidery. All right, back to pink, and if you remember, we're doing a stem stitch around the outside. So it's not really an advanced day today. It's mostly just a catch-up day, especially for me. I think next week we'll get tucked into some of these fishes as well. Ooh, Jess has just said, what's your favorite thing to embroider? All-time favorite? All-time favorite. I'm going to be super cliche and say flowers, because this is definitely the thing that I like the most. But really it's like whatever I'm stuck into at the moment, meaning like the project that I'm working on is normally the one that I'm like, yeah, like I'm excited about it and I like want to finish it. Anytime I'm like drawing a new pattern or trying to figure out color schemes for patterns, that's like the most stressful time for me, because like I want it to be good and I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know if you guys will like it or not. So like as I'm drawing, I always feel a bit anxious and like a bit panicky almost like, is this right? Is this not right? I don't know. And then I always end up stopping when I feel like it's right, if that makes any sense. Like it's hard to explain unless you've drawn something or like designed something before. Like you don't really know when to stop until you know when to stop. I know I'm like not being helpful at all. But it's like something weird, like you know when it's finished. So sometimes I'll like send it to a friend and say like, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Like, yes, no. And normally whatever that person says will like validate what I feel like inside, you know? But I do have a couple friends that are just like, yes, everything's great. Even though I'm like, something's not quite right. They'll still say it's amazing. Yes, for tomatoes. Yeah, so at the moment I'm using like a jute string. Like, normally I have some right next to me because I use it to like hang embroideries as well. But I actually don't see any right now. Ooh, maybe it's down here. At the moment I'm just using like offcuts of this, like little pieces. And it seems to be working, but I just need to plant them deeper. I'll show them to you though after this. I'll take you outside. Because they're quite funny. It's also really windy at the moment. So that's another reason why they keep falling over. I had to move them away from the other fence because they just kept getting, like the way the wind was, they just kept getting, man, like blown over. Do you design your own patterns? Yes. So every pattern in the shop, every stitch along, every kit, everything, I've made myself, drawn it out myself, stitched it myself, 100% my design. I did it all. And that's why, like, it's really frustrating when, like, I try to keep them quite affordable. Like, I think that $12.95 for a pattern is, like, I think that's quite affordable. And the same for a stitch along. And that's why it's, like, so devastating when someone steals it, or when someone, like, there's, like, Amazon shops or AliExpress shops in China. It's so devastating when they take your design and then they're selling it for, like, $2. And you're like, oh, guys, you didn't make this pattern. Like, you didn't design it. You didn't stitch it up. You weren't stressing out over it late at night, sending it to all your friends, being like, is it good enough? Is it good enough? I don't know. Like, you didn't go to art school. Like, come on. Okay, now I can't decide which one I like more, the pink outline one or the orange outline one. Let's stick some blue in the tip, and then I'll call it a day, I think. Yeah, it just makes me feel like, oh, it's not fair, you know? Ooh, Melanie says the nylon won't damage the plant. That's good to know. Maybe I'll see if they have some of that. Or maybe I'll order it from, like, Amazon or something. Should I do another one? Now the trick here is to not make it too many layers, because you still want to see that outline. So you don't want to fill it up too much. But I think those 3 little stitches are perfect for me, for mine. All right, so this is what we've done today. We added one more little plant guy. I still have to do 3 more. And then I added some, you can barely see it in the video, but I've added some dark purple pink thread. It's this color. To just the middle of that, to make it, and just the outline, to make it look a little bit more defined. So there we go. Not much of a advanced day today. Like I said, it's more just adding on to what you already have. And next week, I hope we'll get into one of the fish, and then these 2 guys here, and maybe we'll do some of these plants down there. For these plants, for the advanced today, I want to make some of them 3D. So we're going to stitch all of them, how they are flat. And then on Saturday, we'll go back and we'll do a little 3D weaving so that the plants will come off the fabric like this. So that'll be fun. So I hope you have a great Saturday. Don't forget, there's no video tomorrow. Tomorrow is just a free day. stitch, don't stitch, relax, just enjoy your Sunday. And then I'll be back on Monday to start with the next bits. So don't forget to go to the Barmy Fox SAL, like and comment on everyone else's pictures, photos, give them some encouragement, and then tag me in your progress at the Barmy Fox. Make sure you get that line underneath. And yeah, I'll talk with you later when I show you my tomato plants. All right, bye.